Okay, I'm not ready to have a YouTube woodworking channel. I've been wanting to have one for 20 plus years because I've had woodworking equipment for all that time. But I think it's time. I just need to get over it and just say, I'm going to put myself out there and start filming things, editing them together, letting it be crappy, and letting it grow and build from there. So I'll show you my shop. It's a mess. If you're new here, and you are, because this is the first video, then I'll tell you that I moved here 14 years ago. And I moved here because I wanted to stop paying rent. I wanted to actually have a house, and that was possible back then. It's really difficult now. And I wanted to have I had a little one-car garage that I was trying to do everything in, and I was tripping over tools and falling over things, and I just wanted to have like a nice two-car garage, right? Big ask. And so that's what this is. It's a large two-car garage, and everything got moved in here, and there was so much crap that got moved in here that I couldn't move around in here. And then life got in the way, other hobbies, all this other stuff pulled me in different directions, and 14 years went by, and I never came out here. The big thing today is that I freed the table saw. So my old rigid that I bought at Home Depot 20 years ago, maybe more than that, is finally free. It was buried, and you can see this shop is just buried with stuff. I'm a collector. I'm always finding things and collecting. We'll go through all this stuff over time as the channel continues on. But today what I did was clean this. It was full of, I spilled wax at one point. There were like wax globs. I used to use this like a workbench at my old garage at my rental house. And so this had like paint and all kinds of random things. So I've just scrubbed as much as I could today. But the surface is not in great condition. And this is a steel top. And it does rust very easily. And I remembered I would get sweaty working in the garage, and I'd lean on this for a second, and then I'd come back a minute later and my handprint was already rusting. So it's a pain in the neck. So this is the thing I bought more than the 14 years ago, because I bought this at the old house. This is rust-free. This is by the same company. These are all it was a 3-pack from Rockler Woodworking. Rust-free, rust and stain remover. This is actually a new one because I actually finally ran out of the old one. I found these in a box when I was excavating this garage. There's blade and bit, resin, gum, and pitch remover. And then there's this bow shield, which is named for Boeing. Apparently Boeing, that's why there's a little airplane. This is a rust and corrosion protection. So I'm going to scrub this thing, get this started, because then I actually have 3 projects I want to do there, and something for under here. And those will be future videos coming soon. But I'm just going to use the rust free here and spray a little bit here. And let it, probably don't need as much as I'm gonna spray on. You're supposed to spray it on, and then, what does it say? Heavy rust, which is what I have. Spray it on, 30 to 60 seconds, and then wipe off. So we'll wait a minute. Okay, it's time. How do we do? Not amazingly. Have to do a few applications, I guess. Can feel some of these. It's like they stand proud. Well, we got something. All right, I sprayed a little extra on this time, and it seems to have turned kind of white and foamy. Maybe it's working. It should be about enough time. Let me set this down. There, it should rock a little bit less now. Well, it's better, I think, although it looks kind of burned. It's kind of dried out. All right, let's take a bird's eye view. It is better. You can see where I stopped. There's like a little line where I stopped wiping. And these, let me zoom in, these are like little, I don't know, like little burns, like little pits in the metal. I might scrub them with some steel wool and see what happens. The smell of this stuff's a little noxious, but, and you can see it's working. I'm doing something. I've been flipping this rag all over them, and it's filthy. So I might do another pass. It doesn't leave a really nice finish. It kind of leaves a burned looking finish. Okay, I don't have AC out here and I'm dripping sweat. It's really warm today. It's actually 93 outside, I think, and there's no real insulation in this place. So yeah, that's one thing as we go into the summer months. We're in early July right now, and is it July 8th? I don't even remember. And then August and September are going to be super hot. It lasts into September. So let's take a look at where I left off, and then we'll finish up. These got better, but didn't disappear. A lot smaller than they were. And this side's actually pretty good. But I cleaned this side maybe a week ago. I was just experimenting when I was out here. And then it got bad again. So it needs something better. And I've decided not to use the bow shield because I don't think it's really for like a working tool like this. I need something more like this, paste wax. And this is actually from my old garage. It's actually held up. Still smells and looks like it, so I'm gonna use it. We'll try to do everything with holding the camera. Not have a camera person. It's, if anything, a little more runny than it was 14 years ago, but it smells, man, it smells exactly the same as it used to. I'm gonna put this on kind of thick and just protect. And also, this will make the whole thing slide real easily. So when I'm cutting wood, the wood should slide right across like it's on ice. I grew up with this. It's probably a mildew smell, but everybody thought I was weird because I just loved it. Once in a while, I'd just open the basement door. There was a crawl space down there, and we lived way out in the woods. And I would just open the door and go a few steps down and smell the mix of whatever that very natural, mossy kind of smell was, plus the laundry detergent. It was just wonderful. Loved it. It's like my favorite smell. Okay, humble beginnings. This is where the shop is starting, and I think it's appropriate because the table saw for me is kind of where everything starts. Look at that, I'm sweating. I'm glistening. Yeah, the table saw is where it begins because this is where I cut all the pieces down to size, and then the other things come in, and we'll be meeting all those tools as the videos progress. So it's not too exciting, but this is now a usable saw, and that's exciting because now, after 4+ months, like 4.5 months now, that I've been cleaning and cleaning, I finally have a table saw and I can cut something again. Okay, it's been 14 years since this thing's been on here. I'm going to be saying that about everything for a while because it's true. I'm like, this pencil hasn't been in this pencil holder for 14 years. It's so exciting. Okay. Here we go. It's starting to look like a saw. Okay, that's the first one. Simple, crappy, no production value to speak of whatsoever. But I did it. I got off my butt and I said, you know what? Today's the day. I don't know why. I don't need a reason. I'm just gonna make the first video. All I did was clean up my saw tabletop. That's all it needs to be to get started. Now the trick is just to keep showing up and keep doing a little better. Keep trying to make the production value a little nicer. I don't want to become some big flashy special effects wizard of, videos. I just want to start building. I'd love to eke out a living doing what I love. Instead of chasing jobs everywhere, I'd love to make and sell and you know, create YouTube videos and do that whole thing. I've wanted to forever, and I just haven't. If you're in a similar boat, if you are not doing that thing that you keep wanting to do and you're waiting for everything to be perfect, which it never will be, by the way, and you just need a sign to get started, I'm happy if you use me. Just say, you know what? Some random guy on the internet said, today's the day. Just get started. Let it be crap. Start crap. One thing all of my old-time viewers will tell you is we don't exist because they don't exist. This is the first video. There are no old-time viewers. If you're getting here early, then follow along because I'm going to keep making this better. And then a year from now when it's awesome, you'll be able to look back and go, hey, I was here the first day when it was a pile of crap. Look how much it's grown. So that's the plan. I'm going to sell, I'm going to find markets, I'm going to share all that journey with you. We're going to clean up this shop. We're going to start building things. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm feeling like alive again. I've been waiting to get to this for so long. It's insane. Maybe longer than some of you have been alive. If so, it's past your bedtime. You're 13. All right. I'm going to end it there, and I'll see you soon. I've got 3 projects coming that I know of right off the top of my head that I want to do immediately. So I'm going to film those too and edit them and upload them. And we'll see where things go from there. All right. See you next time.